Yes. Till now we have done how many functions of management? 3 functions of management we have done: planning, organizing, and staffing. And you all know the meaning of all these 3 functions. Planning means deciding in advance. Organizing means dividing the task into different smaller tasks, then making the group of the task, then assigning the duties, and afterwards deciding the superior subordinate relationship, means who will be receiving the order from whom and who will be giving the order to whom. In staffing means, and basically organizing is related to assembling the resources. Then staffing means putting the right people at the right job. Putting right people at right job. So till staffing, we have planned, we have assembled the resources, then we have hired the workforce. Now everything we have done, now we have planned, now we have resources, now we have workforce to use the resources, but they are sitting vacant. They have not started the work till now. Why? Because workers cannot, or the employees cannot start the work until the instructions are given to them. Instructions, guidance are given to them. So this work is done in directing. This work is done in directing. So basically, directing is related to giving instructions, giving guidance, giving motivation to the people, encouraging them to the work, encouragement to the workforce so that they can do the assigned task. Because assignment of task does not mean the workers or the employees will do by themselves. After assigning the task to them, it is very much important to give them instructions that how to perform the task. Supervise them to check whether they are performing the task in the same manner in which we want or not. Guiding them, motivating them, and solving their problems in between. And these all things comes in directing function. So directing basically means giving instructions and guiding people for doing work. Giving instructions and guiding people for doing work. So this is about directing. Like if a team wants to play and team coach is giving them directions, instructions, so that they can change their strategy as per the strategy of their competitor. So directing is required everywhere in all the fields of life. So this is the process of activating human resources. Activating means bringing them into work. They start work in directing actually to achieve the objectives of business. So moving into action. Directing means moving into action. So directing, this is the best definition of directing. Directing is telling people what to do and seeing that they do it to the best of their ability. This definition is given by Ernest Dale. So it is basically you are telling people that what they need to do and how they are doing it. Once you have told people that what they need to do does not mean the end of directing. It also includes that after assigning them tasks, after giving them instructions, you are also watching them, supervising them, to see that they are doing it in their best of their capability, best of their ability, so that if there is any problem, any doubts, that can be solved during the performance of the work. Otherwise, the resources will be wasted. Next is the characteristics of directing. So first characteristic is it initiates action. Initiates action means in plans, we have just made the plans. And in organizing, we have just assembled the resources, physical and financial resources. And in staffing, we have arranged the human resources. Now, all these resources, physical, financial, human, will remain vacant until we are giving them instructions to start the work. So directing initiates action. It is the only function in which the plans are implemented. So it's starting for all actions in the management. Second, pervasive. So all the management functions, whether it is planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling, are pervasive. Pervasive means directing function does not mean is performed only at the top level managers, top level persons. Directing is done at the top level, middle level, as well as the lower level. Top level people are giving directions to the middle level people are giving directions to the lower level, and further lower level people are giving directions to the workers. So it takes place wherever superior subordinate relationship exists, because the superior in each case will be giving directions, instructions, guidance to the subordinate. So if someone asks you that directing is performed at which level, so your answer will be it is performed at all levels, whether it is top level, middle level, or lower level. Only the degree of this function differs from level to level. Third, it is a continuous process. Yes, very much. All the management functions are continuous process. It takes place throughout the life of the business organization. People will come, people will go, but the directing, planning, organizing, staffing, all functions will be goes on as a never-ending process, because as soon as one objective is achieved, we will start working for the achievement of the other objectives. So that's why it's a continuous process and flows from top to bottom. You all know that always the superior gives instruction to the subordinate. Never the subordinate gives instruction to the superior. So that's why the flow of directing, flow of instructions, guidance, always from top to bottom. So its flow is top from bottom. Why? Because superior gives instructions to the subordinates. Pulkit Sharma, you are not visible. What you are doing? So please be in front of camera, everyone. Last feature of directing is that it is related with the human element. It is related with the human element because directions can't be given to the machines, to the raw material, to the equipments. Directing is given only to the human element. So it is closely related with the human element. It is concerned with human beings in the organization. So all these are the 5 features of directing. As all the other functions of management also has features. So similarly, these are the 5 features of the directing, and you can see 2 features are the common features which you find in all the other functions, pervasive and continuous. These 2 features are present in all the other, all 5 functions of management. So this is the very important feature, initiates action. It is feature as well as importance of direction. And it is the feature which is only found in directing, not in any other function. So it initiates action, pervasive, performed by all the levels manager, then continuous, never ending, then flows from top to bottom. And the last one is, it is closely related with human element. Now, The next thing is importance of directing. Importance of directing. All the 5 management functions have their own importance. 5 management functions have their own importance. Planning, staffing, all the 5 functions have their own importance. So similarly, directing also have its own importance. So first importance is it initiates action. So directing initiates action. I have already explained that in directing, instructions are given to the people. Instructions are given to the people, and after getting the instructions only, they will start working. Until or unless, suppose you have hired the, you have made the plan, you have arranged the resources, you have hired the people, but all are sitting vacant. All are sitting idle. Why? They have not started working yet. Why? Because they all are waiting for the instructions. So until the instructions will be given to them, they will not start the work. So it is the function which implements the plan, or which we can say brings the plan into action, which brings the plan into action. So directing is the function which initiates action, and it motivates the individuals to perform in a desired way to achieve goals. It integrates employees' efforts. We all know that in organization, different type of diverse employees are working. So each and every employee is trying to achieve their own target. So directing integrates individual employees' efforts in the organization in a manner that every individual effort contributes to the organizational goal. Because whenever the different diverse need people are working in an organization, they are just trying to their personal objectives. They are not trying to achieve the organizational objectives. So directing ensures that the individual work for organizational goals. Each and every people is working in the organization, not only for his personal goal achievement, for the organizational goal achievement only. Clear? So it integrates employees' efforts towards a common direction. And what is that common direction? Achievement of organizational goal. Yes, directing is the means of motivation. In the later part of the chapter, we will read this topic in detail, motivation. So directing does not mean only the guidance, giving guidance to the employee. It also means motivation to the employees. Motivation means stimulation or encouragement to the people. When the employees start working, sometime they feel low. And whenever they are low, it means they are not giving their 100% effort. They are not giving their 100% efforts. Why? Because they are demotivated. Sometimes they may feel that whatever the good work we are doing, the management is not appreciating us. So in that case, the supervisor or the manager will try to praise them, appreciate them, because each and everyone in this world need motivation. Without motivation, we will not do the work. So directing, at the time, the manager act as a motivator, and different type of incentive plans are given to the workers so that they can do the work. Like two managers are there. One is doing good work and one is not doing good work. So what the manager can do to motivate the other, the manager who is doing the good work, that can be given good cabin, good facilities, rent-free house to live. So when such perks will be given to a particular manager, he will be highly motivated that if I am working good, then management is giving me some perquisites, some benefits which are not available to other. And the other employee who are not doing good work will be granted will be motivated in this manner that if they will be doing the work by doing their 100% capacity, then definitely they will be also getting the same perks, same benefits which the others are getting. So directing is also the means of motivation. Stability and balance. Directing, there are 4 elements in the directing, which we will be studying in the later part of the chapter. Which 4 elements? Leadership, supervision, motivation, and communication. These 4 are the elements of directing. You can write like this: directing, and there are 4 elements of directing, or we can say these are the 4 components: supervision, motivation, leadership, and communication. Supervision, motivation, leadership, and communication. These are the 4 elements of directing, and these 4 elements bring stability and balance in the organization. How? Because with the help of all these 4 elements, the managers can bring cooperation and commitment. These 2 things are the case study breaking words: cooperation and commitment among the employees. Because in supervision, the manager is overseeing the employees while they are performing the task. In motivation, the manager is encouraging the people, and in leadership, he is behaving as a leader and guiding the employees. And in communication, he is communicating all the important matters through a 2-way communication process. He's telling them how the work is to be performed, as well as he is also taking their feedback. Communication is always a 2-way process. So by applying all the 4 elements of directing, the manager is able to bring the stability and balance in the organization, because he is able to create the commitment and cooperation among the people, which helps in bringing the balance and stability. Why the stability? Stability means the employees will be very much happy in your organization, and they will be not leaving your organization. In this manner, the employees will be stable in your organization. Facilitates changes. Yes, we work in a dynamic environment, and dynamic environment means the environment of business is never static. It keeps on changing. So there will be new methods, new techniques, new technologies, new strategies, new policies. And we all know that human element always protest for change, because whenever we are working in a one type of environment, then we are creating a comfortable zone in that particular environment. And if there is any change in that environment, then we always resist, we always protest. Why? Because it is the human nature, protest for the resistance for the change. So whenever there will be any change in the organization, so through proper direction and motivation, the employees will be induced, employees will be motivated to accept those changes. The manager will be making this thing clear to all the employees that changes are for their betterment. Whatever the changes are done in the organization, with those changes, with those modern technology, the organization will be able to achieve more profit, more production, and in turn, the employees will be able to get higher salaries, higher wages, bonus, and the more welfare of the employees. So by making them proper, by making them understand the proper benefits of the changes, changes can be easily implemented. So with the help of directing, the adaptation to changes can be done in well manner. So this is all about the importance of directing. 5 points we have done, and I'm just repeating. Wait a minute. Which 5 things? And one point is universal point, which you can fit in all the functions importance, that is the optimum utilization of resources. Optimum utilization. This is the universal point. Optimum utilization of resources, and one more point, that is it helps in achievement of organizational goal. Apart from these 5 points, these 2 points you can also write here, and these 2 points are universal, and these 2 points are found in each and every function of management. Clear? So 5 plus 2, 7 points I have given you. Initiates action. This is feature as well as importance. This point is common for feature as well as for importance. Second is integrates employees' efforts. Individual efforts are directed in a common direction. Third is means of motivation. Fourth is stability and balance. And the fifth is it facilitates change. And 2 more points I have given you. Optimum utilization of resources, and it helps in achievement of organizational goal. So I hope the topic is clear to you.